Bill Jones here in Oxnard, California with six-time Pro Bowler Nate Newton. This is always one of my favorite discussions whenever I get Nate on and get his thoughts on what's going on out here on the practice field in Oxnard. And since last time we talked, we had some news on that offensive line, and it
Yes.
wasn't good news. Tyler Guyton, a guy who came over here and sought your advice early in camp, because he'd been listening to your podcast and he wanted to pick your brain on stuff. He leaves with an injury. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. He's got a fractured bone in his right knee and a sprained knee. That is not good news for the Cowboys.
For the second year in a row, last year he had a new coach, new techniques coming out of college. This year he has a new coach, new techniques, new philosophies, and he's missing this. He didn't have a great year last year. He had what you call a rookie year. It was hard. It was a lot of adversity, but he was starting to try to figure his way out. And all of a sudden he has his injury, and it's a bad thing. I mean, he needs all the reps he can get, but hey, what do you do? It was an honest injury. Somebody rolled up on him. Now he's going to miss time, but maybe he can get some mental work. Maybe he can get some film work.
What have you been seeing out of Guyton? Because the Cowboys are hopeful that the rehab will go good, and he has a possibility of playing in the season opener September 4th against Philadelphia. But where had you seen his progress here?
Using his arms a little bit more. The kid have arms. I mean, I don't know how long they are, but he got some of the longest arms in the world. He got nice feet, and he's been good at running guys around the horn. You haven't seen nobody beat him inside. That was a patented move that he was giving up during the season last year. Take 2 steps upfield, he would overshoot him, and they'll go right inside him. This year, he's been very patient, using his hands, running people around the horn. So that is a good thing.
All right. They're saying that number 71, Nate Thomas, who is a 7th-round draft pick last year out of the University of Louisiana, is next man up and will get first-team reps here at practice today.
Yes, I talked to Will McClay, and I thought it would be Austin Richards, and he shot me down. He said, no. Nate Thomas, number 71. You say he's from some small school. I can't even pronounce the name. He's from in Louisiana.
It's in Lafayette, Louisiana. It used to be Louisiana Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns.
Okay, the Raging Cajuns. But he needed to mature physically and a little bit mentally last year. So when he got injured, they put him on injury reserve. They just left him there. And they worked with him and they got him going. And they said now they want to try him just only at the left tackle position. He's not a guard or anything else, a right tackle. He's a left tackle, and he's going to get all the first team reps. That is what they say at this point in time. We will see as practice go on, especially when the Rams get here next week. So, Nate, hey, this is your big opportunity.
Yep, Nate Thomas. Take it from another Nate, a
Yes.
6-time Pro Bowler. This is your opportunity. How long did it take for you to become a starter in the NFL after college at FAMU, Florida A&M?
I went to Washington, who don't have a last name. Redskins, Commanders, Admirals, whatever President Trump wants. But anyway, I went to Washington, got released there, and went to the U.S. of A. Played 2 years there and really matured, got myself together, came here to the Cowboys, sat on the bench a year. Jim Erkenbeck came in, really helped me develop, and boom, I was probably about 26 when I got my first true start with the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, so Nate Thomas, follow the lead of Nate Newton. One other thing I want to ask you about, of course, the news broke on Monday. One of your best friends in your life, Deion Sanders, has been going through some health challenges. They had the press conference on Monday. He had bladder cancer, the bladder removed, and the doctors say he's cured, but Deion called you not soon after he had that diagnosis.
Yes.
And just give us an idea of how Deion's been handling this.
He's been handling it well. I mean, he escaped from the hospital a week before they was ready. You know, him and his head trainer out of Colorado escaped from the hospital. I don't know how. And they got to Canton. And he had goals. He said he wanted to first make it to the
Canton, Texas, not Canton, Ohio.
Yeah, but he's
already there.
He's already But anyway, he set goals for himself. His first goal was to put 10 pounds on because he left out of the hospital 170 pounds. So he wanted to get up to 180.
So he called you to see how you put weight on, right?
Or out of French fries. And but then after he accomplished that goal of going to the Big 12 meetings for the coaches, then his next goal was to go see each one of his kids, you know, the safety and the quarterback, and see them practice. And then he was going to Colorado, which he told me he was going to do this thing where, you know,
had the press conference
Yeah,
on
so
Monday, and they made
he
the
did
announcement
that.
and so
Yes,
forth.
sir.
But
So
it's just one of the amazing things about Deion going back to his playing days. Always has such a positive spirit, and
yeah,
even when he's going through the most trying times, and he's had a number of health issues in
yes.
recent years, to see him with that positive spirit is really inspiring.
I mean, he has faith. I mean, he's a follower of Christ, so he has a different. He has not a different faith, but he has a faith that he believes in, and he not focus. He don't focus on himself. Like I said, he was worried about the kids in Colorado. I was over there. He calling coaches, "Hey, what this guy doing? What that guy doing? Who's doing this? Hey, da da da. Are they working out right? Do y'all got the right tempo?" So he's learned to not put focus on himself. I mean, I guess after a long, lucrative career in football, where all the focus was on prime time, I guess he's put it somewhere else now.
And this is the first time he's not coaching one of his sons.
Yeah,
right.
And he said that is a relief. I talked to him about it. He said, Nate, that's a relief because when I had to deal with the media, I had to deal with it from a father's standpoint and a coach's standpoint. He said, I still care about all my players, but they're not my kids anymore. They're not my babies, So I have, so he was harder on his kids than he was his players because he couldn't show favoritism. So now he can just blast everybody the same.
All right, Nate Newton, we appreciate it. Now you can go fly fishing with your microphone right there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mick jealous because he was jealous because I took over his spot today.
Mickey Spagnola. You can catch Nate on Mick Shots and other podcasts on DallasCowboys.com. That's it from here in Oxnard, California.